Hey Film with Dad family, how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. And in this video, we're going to be talking about golden hour videography must-know tips and tricks. The first tip that I have for you guys is to get the Magic Hour app. I have it here on iOS, and it gives you a whole bunch of valuable information about the time, the location, when the sunrise is happening, when your magic hour starts and ends, and weather information and things like that. So there's a ton of awesome information that you can get on the Magic Hour app. Now that you know when Magic Hour is, I recommend that you go out ahead of time and scout out the location and make sure that you have everything that you need in place for when Magic Hour happens, because Magic Hour can be an hour, it can be less, it can be more, depending on your location and the time of year. You're going to want to make sure that you prepare and that you're ready to shoot right when Magic Hour starts, because you might be very limited in time. So one thing that I found when I was out shooting during golden hour is that the autofocus just kind of went wonky. It didn't know what to grab onto for autofocus, and it kept on jumping from the background to my face, and it couldn't get good proper face detection. So I recommend that you go to manual mode if that starts happening. Another thing that you're going to want to play around with is your white balance. If you do automatic white balance, your images will look really nice still, but it won't have that golden feel of Magic Hour. If you really want that, you're going to want to go in and manually set your white balance to the proper color temperature, so that way you get the look that you want for your shots. On the next tip, make sure that you test out different angles and see how the light is actually affecting your subject. Because during golden hour, even if you move your camera a slight bit off to one side or another, it actually creates a very dramatic change on how your subject looks with the lights. Also, look for things within your environment that will help enhance that look of golden hour. Break up your scene with foliage in the foreground. That will pick up a lot of highlights, and that kind of translucent look looks amazing on leaves. Another cool thing to play around with is reflections. Try water. The way it reflects off of a water surface can be quite amazing. And then also look at how the shadows can enhance your shot too, because it's not just the light, but the shadows, because in golden hour it creates these very long, amazing shadows that you can actually use to very awesome effect. So try to play around with the shadows as well. There's two things that you're going to also want to make sure that you bring with you when you're shooting during golden hour. One is a reflector. You can use the golden side of the reflector or the white side. Also, if you have silver side, you can use that. And what that's actually going to help you with is if you're shooting towards the sun and it's backlit, it can make the subject really dark. And as an example here, you can see that I kind of have a dark shadow underneath. And if I use the white reflector, you can see how big of a change that makes. And you can do that same thing when you're out in the environment. If your character's face is in shadow, just like put the reflector by the camera close to your actor so that you can actually get that color back in there. And with golden hour, we also have the golden side. So you can see that you can actually get quite a bit of golden reflection to enhance that golden hour look as well with the gold reflector. The other thing you're going to want to bring with you is a variable ND filter. And what the variable ND filter will do for you is actually let more or less light into your sensor. So a lot of times you want to open up the aperture to get some really nice depth of field in your shot, but when you do so with the golden hour light, it can overwhelm the sensor and blow out your image and make it way too bright. So you can actually take the variable ND filter and kind of adjust it so that you can limit the amount of light so it doesn't blow out the background, and you can still get the shot that you need. My last tip about shooting during golden hour is to make sure to get a lot of practice shooting during golden hour. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. Also, I'm currently running a golden hour challenge, so if you are interested in participating in that, check out the video that I uploaded earlier this week. Other than that, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.